So here is your first look at a real and fake pair of the Nike Sacai Vaporwaffle in the Villain Red colorway. Can you tell any difference between these two? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a comparison video for you between two pairs of the Nike Vaporwaffle in the Villain Red colorway. But before we get to that video, I'd like to give a big shout out to today's sponsor. So Legitmark is the standard for sneaker authentication and the safest and most reliable place to get your sneakers authenticated. They even have this pair on the platform. So if you've got a pair at home and you want to get them authenticated, there's a link in the description for you to check them out. So here we have the two pairs. The retail pair is on my right and I purchased this directly from StockX, and the fake pair is here on my left. And this comparison is just to help you if you're trying to authenticate your pair or trying to purchase a retail pair. So we'll start with the boxes. Firstly, the fake box is incredibly damaged compared to the retail one. Retail one came double box, but the fake one is just a little bit damaged all over. In terms of the color itself, they're absolutely spot on. There is no difference between the color of the boxes. So we'll spin it around and take a look at the labels. So as you can see on the retail one, it does come with the store offspring sticker. But if we take a closer look at the Nike label, we can see differences here. So as you can see here, where it has the US sizing 10, you can see that the font size and positionally, it's very different from retail to fake. Also, if you look at the color coding text, you can see differencing in sizing of the font as well. So do look very carefully at the label itself, because it could be minor details that tell the difference between a retail and fake pair. But like I've said in many of my videos, nobody wants me to talk about the boxes for the entire video, so we'll open it up and take a look at the shoes. So we'll open up the fake one first. So what the fake one's actually got right this time is the paper covers the shoe and it's actually wrapped perfectly on the fake. Then we'll open up the retail one. Once again, paper covers the shoe perfectly. So they've both got these spot on. Normally the fake one has the paper lying flat on the bottom of the box, but on this pair, it doesn't. So if you look at the black Sacai text on the top of the paper, you can see differences in color. On the retail one, it isn't actually a pure black color, has a slightly gray tint to it. Whereas if you look at the fake one, it is pure black Sacai text on the top. So there is actually a difference in color between the two papers. So here is your first look at a real and fake pair of the Nike Sacai Vaporwaffle in the Villain Red colorway. Can you tell any difference between these two? So the first difference I'm going to point out actually comes with the accessories on the shoe. So they do come with spare black laces. However, there is a slight color difference between the two. So if I give you a close up of this, and hopefully it shows up on the studio lighting, you can see a difference between the color of the retail one and the fake one. So on the retail one, it's a much darker color compared to the fake one. The fake one is a little bit lighter and looks a little bit more navy than the retail one. So we're firstly going to take a look at the right shoe, and I'm going to give you a close up of the suede-like material going around the toe box. So if I give you a close up of this, you can see a slight difference between the color between retail and fake once again. So here on the fake one, it is a lighter purple compared to the retail one. If you look closely, the retail one is more of a grape-like color compared to the fake one. Also, spinning the shoe around to the back, taking a look at the Nike Sacai logo and text on the back of the heel, we can see differences here. So the text color is actually a slightly different color from retail to fake. So if I give you a close-up of this, you can see that different color tones between the retail and the fake one. Spinning the shoe to the side and taking a look at this heel material here, and you can see it has a cutout which shows that mesh material below. If I show you a close-up of the retail and fake, you can see that there is actually a slight size difference and shape difference between the retail and fake. So do look very closely at this if you are trying to authenticate, because this pair is very close indeed. Taking a look at the toe box area once again, we can see differences between the retail and fake. So as you can see, there is almost a toe guard that comes up from the sole on the retail and fake. However, if you look at that and compare it to the top side of the suede, you can see there's a much larger gap between that on the fake one compared to the retail one. That's because this material is cut slightly different on the fake one, which affects the overall shape of the shoe. So if I show you the shoe from the side, you can see slight differences between the overall shape of the shoe, and this is a shoe that's very hard to get the shape right on the side, just because it is so unique compared to others. So on the outer side of the shoe, underneath where the suede-like material is, you can see this almost half circle-like shapes just underneath the laces. Here, the color difference once again between the retail and fake is completely different. On the retail one, you can see it's actually a slightly lighter purple compared to the fake one, which has a much darker look to it than the retail version. Another minor difference to note between the two pairs is on the retail one, obviously these are both dead stock, and the retail one is dead stock laced. You can see it goes to the second top hole on the laces, whereas on the fake one, you can see they leave these top two holes open. So just look out for small details like this if you are purchasing a dead stock pair, because these are the things you're going to have to note if you are trying to authenticate them. The next difference I'm going to show you actually occurs at the iconic heel of these shoes. So if you take a look at this almost mouth-like opening at the back, you can see it varies compared to the fake one. So showing them side by side here, we can see that the fake one, the mouth opening at the back heel section, is not as wide as it is on the retail one. This is such a prominent feature on these shoes, so do take a close look at this because this is a telltale sign between the retail and the fake one. Also, looking at this mouth-like opening at the heel, we can see differences here as well. On the top section where it's white, you can see there's a clear color difference underneath this section. Also, the outer edge of the retail pair is much sharper than it is on the fake one. The fake one has a much more curved appearance. Looking from above at this outer heel section here, we can see differences again. If you take a look at that yellowing material, you can see it's much thicker on the retail pair compared to the fake one once again. So now we're going to take out the inner shoe stuffing, I guess, on the retail one and on the fake one. And we can see differences here once again. However, they are actually quite minor. So the paper in terms of feel feels exactly the same. However, the fake one is slightly darker than the retail one, but they both do have that speckled appearance on top. So do take close attention to this. So now if we take out the insole from both, the retail one first and the fake one second, we'll see if there's any differences here. So there are differences to note between the retail and fake. So if you take a look from above at the insole color, you can see that the Nike Sacai logo on the heel is a different color from retail to fake. You can see that the greens are just slightly off on the fake one compared to the retail one. Another thing to note about the insoles, if you turn them upside down, the retail one, sticky. It has glue to the bottom of the insole, whereas the fake one, there's no glue at all. It was easy to slide out of the shoe. So that is the end of this video. I hope it has helped you if you are trying to authenticate this pair. And please like and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. It helps me do more comparisons just like this. The same differences occur on the left shoe as the right shoe on this pair, so just pay close attention to them if you are trying to authenticate it. But if you're still struggling, there's a link for Legitmark in the description below. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day.